These are directions for doing workbook page 1.4, comparing whole numbers, specifically larger whole numbers. So when you compare something, you are going to determine whether you are going to put in whether you're going to put in a less than sign, and I don't want to put it right there, a less than sign, or a greater than sign, or a equal to sign, which is an equal sign. So I want to go over these symbols a little bit. I know sometimes in the younger grades they tell you to think of them like a Pac-Man or an alligator mouth, and that is all well and good, but I want you to get to know the name of the sign. So when the pointy side is to the left, it's called a less than sign. And when the open side is toward the left, it is called a greater than sign. I like to think that this is the smaller, or smaller, so less than, and this is the larger opening, so greater than, and of course equal to, we are used to. So I just want you to get familiar with calling them by their right names, because as you get older, that will be expected. So we're going to compare these two numbers, 7,710 to 7,680. And in the thousands place, we have the same number. And then in the hundreds place, we have a 7 here and a 6 here, which should tell us that right here, you want to put a greater than sign, because 7,710 is greater than 7,680. And that's how you read this number sentence right here. So let's look at the next one. We have 7,800 with 7,680. Again, a 7 in the thousands place. So we go to the next digit, which is an 8 here and a 6 there. So this number is greater. So 7,800 is greater than 7,680. And when you write down the greater than and less than sign, write them with straight lines. Some of the kids in the class were putting Pac-Man faces around them and alligator teeth, and that might be acceptable in younger grades, but in fourth grade, we're done with that. So let's look at these next two numbers, 88,304, 88,304. When you say those out loud to yourself, I hope you said, oh, those are the exact same numbers. So we're going to put an equal sign in there. And that's another important strategy in helping you figure out more easily whether to put a greater than, less than, or equal to sign in it, is to actually say the number out loud. I've noticed a mistake I made right here. So actually, I had that right. So let me fix this number up with the correct commas. So here we have 8,279,314. 8,279,299. 8 is the same in the millions place, 2 in the hundred thousands, 7 in the 10,000s, 9 in the thousands place, 3 in the hundreds, 2 in the hundreds. So again, this one is 8,279,314 is greater than 8,279,299. And really, it's just a coincidence that all of these, the first one, the second one, and the fourth one, ended up having the greater number on the left side. That's not always going to be the case. So I want to introduce you to a new symbol. This symbol right here looks like an equal sign with a slash through it, and it means not equal to. So what you're going to be asked to do is to find all the digits that would go in this box. This is just like a blank box. We have 420 is not equal to 400 something that ends with a 0. So what could we possibly put in there? Could we put a 0 in place of that box? Yes, we could, because 420 is not equal to 400. So I'm going to pretend like I have a line right over here that I'm going to write my answers on. And I'm going to say 0 would be an appropriate answer for that. But because the directions will say find all the digits that could go in that little box that's right there. And for now, I'm just going to leave it a space so I can fill it in with different things. I have to keep going. I'm going to say, will 1 fit in there? 420 is not equal to 410. That's also true. So I can put a 1 over here as well, because that would have fit into the box. Now I have to ask myself, I like to start at the beginning with 0, just go through all the single digits up to 9. So now I'm going to put a 2 in there and say 420 is not equal to 420. Well, that's not true. So I am not going to put a 2 down there, but I'm going to go on and do 3. 420 is not equal to 430. That is correct. And then I'm going to keep going and say 420 is not equal to 440. Again, that is correct. I think you can kind of see a little pattern I've got going here. 420 is not equal to 450. Correct. And 420 is not equal to 460. Again, that's correct. And then I'm going to say 460 is not equal to 470. That is correct. So I can put 7 over here. And 420 is not equal to 480. Again, correct. So I can put the 8 down. And then I have the last digit, the 9, to try. 420 is not equal to 490. That is correct. So I can put 9 over there. So we could say that in this box right here, all the digits that would make this number sentence true would be 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The only digit we can't put in there is this one, 2. That's the only one that won't work, because if we say 420 is not equal to 420, that's not true. 420 is equal to 420. All right, this is an algebra sign, and in 4th grade they start just giving you small bits of algebra. So we're going to try another one. 7,486 is not equal to 7,480 what? Is not equal to. So again, I'm going to start with 0 and ask myself this. 7,486 is not equal to 7,480. That's correct, which means I can put down the 0. Then I'm going to go change it to 7,486 is not equal to 7,481. Again, that's true, so I can put the 1 there. Then I'm going to keep going through the digits. 86, is not equal to 7,482. That is correct. So I can put the 2 over here. And I think you can see where this is going. I'm going to end up putting the 3, 4, 5. I will not put the 6 because 7,486 is not equal to 7,486. That is not true. Those are equal. So I'm going to put a 7, an 8, and a 9. And then if we look at this next problem right here, we have 3,000. I'm going to take that out so that doesn't seem confusing. So the only digit we don't have in this row is the 6, is the one that was going to have the box. So the next one we're going to look at, 3,000 something 15, is not equal to 3,129. So this they've thrown in a little bit of, actually I think I made a mistake there. 3,129. Okay, so the only digit you know will not go in there will be this 1. So you have to write down all the digits. So you're going to write down a 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, and finally, on this particular worksheet, it's asking you to compare using a table or a chart. So this is a table or a chart about the tallest buildings in America. One World Trade Center is 1,176 feet tall. Willis Tower is 1,453 feet tall. One Vanderbilt is 1,401 feet tall. And the Empire State Building is 1,250 feet tall. The thing you have to pay attention to here is how the question is phrased. It asks you which building is the tallest. So if you look up here, I hope you said it's Willis Tower is the tallest. So when you answer that question, it wants to know which building is tallest. So you need to write down the title of the building, Willis Tower. You do not want to write down the total number of feet. It doesn't ask you how tall the tallest building is. It asks you the name of the tallest building. So even though I would count that as correct, I would take off a point for not paying attention to what the question is asking you. And the last question we're going to look at is which building is under 1,200 feet tall? So which one of these is under 1,000? I think this is supposed to say 300. Which one of those is under 1,300 feet tall? And it's the Empire State Building. Because it asks you which building, you have to write down the name of the building. So pay attention to how questions are asked. And that is the end of this video.